So Barcelona are in sole position to make it to the Champions League semifinal. Looks like we are dealing with a very interesting prospect of Memphis Depay facing off against Barcelona, his former team, and then Antoine Griezmann uh, did play with Barcelona. So uh, these things are very interesting. I chose to go with the commercialization angle of that. Holland and Mbappe are the two most commercially viable players, and I just had them in the final. Uh, Basically, what I can say is if PSG are knocked out and Barcelona are through to the semifinals, then Atletico Madrid are going to lose to Barcelona. That is if PSG do not come back and Mbappe disappears off into the forest again. So, um, again, the Masons are really big with the number 13 because one divided by three, you get the highest degree in masonry, 0.33. So when Atletico cannot make it to the final because they're not going to win it this year. When Atletico make it back to the final, they'll be 1-3 in the final. And they're not supposed to win this year because it's all about Pep Guardiola winning yet another trophy at Wembley. Now, he did win his first European Cup as a player with Barcelona, but this was at the old Wembley. 1992 at the old Wembley, Barcelona defeat Southampton in the final. The new Wembley opened in 2007. He won the Champions League in 2011 at Wembley when Messi and Barcelona defeated Man United 3-1. He's won of a lot of cup finals at Wembley. He's won 4 EFL Cup finals. It'd be a second FA Cup when he does win because they're not losing to Chelsea and they're not losing to United and Coventry. So City have already won the FA Cup in their sleep. 2 matches left in the FA Cup, the semi-final and the final to be played after the season, right before the Champions League final on June the 1st. Erling Haaland is Gamache 61. He's won what 2 or 3 Community Shields, so I think he's won like 9 or 10 trophies as a manager over at um, the new Wembley. The only time he won a trophy, uh, the Community Shield in 2021, I think was played at Leicester because of the Euro final. So uh, he lost that one. He lost that Community Shield, but then that was the only time that they had to move it away from Wembley because of the Euro final. That Community Shield was actually played at Leicester. That 3-1 win for Liverpool over Man City in 2021. Inter Miami to win. These guys set off the goat. They pissed off the goat. He's gonna win. Uh, Messi is he's not petty like Pinato. Pinato thinks, oh, I need Ballon d'Or because I'm scoring 50 goals in the Camels League. He has no shame. Some people, uh, they get grace. They have wisdom when they get older. Well, not Pinato. He's still the same petulant, spoiled child at 39 years old. He's embarrassing the way he was following the ref, screaming at the ref. The only way he can score a goal playing with Portugal is diving for a penalty. He came back and they lost to Slovakia. He elbows an opponent. He gets a red card, right? Pinato is a joke. Messi won't be crying for the Ballon d'Or, even if he wins the MLS and the CONCACAF Champions Cup and the Copa America. Messi's not going to be crying to win Copa America. He doesn't want to win Copa America anymore. Messi may very well win 3 trophies in 2024, the CONCACAF Champions Cup, the MLS Cup, and the Copa America, but he doesn't want to be in the competition. He wants other guys to win Ballon d'Or. He knows it's just Inter Miami. It's MLS. He understands. He won't be crying for Ballon d'Or like Pinato is for scoring in the Camels League. He's not shameless like Pinato is. Pinato fans always blame and cry the media trying to spread hate against Pinato. Well, Pinato brings it upon himself. He brings it upon himself. There's a reason why people dislike Ronaldo more than Messi. It's because he's a jerk. He's, hey, pull off his shirt. Look at me. I want credit for I want to score. I get mad when my team scores because I did not score. It's Pinado in a nutshell. So Messi is there is never a contest. There is never a contest whatsoever. There was nowhere close to being a debate. The only people that tried to make it a debate was the media. It was over a long, long, long time ago. Basically, it was over once Lionel Messi was scoring and picking up these stats and trophies on a yearly basis. Then it was over. That's basically what it was. But we all know what happened with Van Gaal. He says if it can go to penalties, we're going to win. And in Argentina, it went to penalties and Argentina won. He disrespected Argentina. He disrespected the GOAT. He set off the GOAT, Lionel Messi. Monterrey, whatever they said to Messi, these guys have set off the GOAT. These guys are unwise to set off the GOAT. Messi will be playing with fire and fury like he did against the Dutch. These guys are unwise. These guys are due for a beating. Monterrey have lost the mind games. This is a foolish way to win the mind game to set off and anger the GOAT. Because Messi can perform in his sleep. But you anger the GOAT, this guy's going to take his game on to a whole other level. And he has Alba and he has Suarez and he's got Taylor and a couple other fine players on Inter Miami that are part of a team. Well, yes, the main general point here is that UEFA takes care of their member organizations. So if you're Arsenal and you're building the Emirates, then UEFA had Arsenal in the final in 2006 to help pay for the stadium. Tottenham Hotspur, their final was basically a fluke. The only reason why they made the finals because UEFA is helping them pay for their new stadium. That's the only reason why they made it to the final. People really thought Tottenham were going to be Champions League contenders, but the UEFA will take care of their member organizations. Roma was in talks of building a new stadium, but the plan stalled. But they tried to have approval, the plans to build a new stadium for Roma. They made it to semifinals in 2018. The Roma made it to the semifinals because at that point in time, they were in talks of building a new stadium. So UEFA does take care of their member clubs when they financially need it. Inter had to sell players. They were struggling financially. This is why UEFA put Inter on the easy side of the final. They were helping Inter out financially. So if Barcelona are really bankrupt and they're activating other levers, losing commercial streams of income to pay off current debt, then UEFA is just helping Barcelona out with their financial situation. And Atletico are not in a good financial situation. They were part of the Super League coup as well. That's why they have them in the semifinal. They're helping Atletico with their debt too. This is just taking care of their member clubs, their member organizations to offset the bankruptcy. AC Milan, another team that was a part. Well, now they've cleaned up their books. They've made a net profit. I think last year, or the year before, first time they've made a profit. But they were part of the Super League too. They made it to the semifinals. They helped them get some cash. And that's what they're doing with Barcelona. They're not a serious contender. Inter not a serious contender. Both teams are the same. Not that they faced off against each other in the group stage, but the fact that they are on the easy side of the bracket to help out with their financial situation. This is what it comes down to. They played a very weak Napoli team. They are in 8th and 9th place. They were a weak side. They were expected to defeat Napoli. Let's remember this PSG team. They lost to Newcastle. They lost to Milan. They've already lost matches in the Champions League. Right? This is the easy side. They get to avoid Bayern Munich. They get to avoid Arsenal. they get to avoid Manchester City and Real Madrid. Everybody knows the left side of the bracket is going to win the Champions League. It doesn't take Albert Einstein to figure that out. It just doesn't. Because that's where the storylines are at. It's can Arsenal make it back to London to play a home Champions League final at London? It did happen. 2000, let's say it was 2014. I think it was. I think Chelsea 2012. Chelsea defeated they defeated Bayern. They defeated Bayern in that final. I remember. Yep. Um, so Bayern played a home final, but they lost. That's the only history I have. I think it was like the '60s or so. Liverpool won the final at Wembley. Well, there are a lot of Mancs. There are a lot of Mancs that live in London. So I suppose Manchester United too. They lost in 2011. So that's why the storyline is stronger for Arsenal to make it to the semifinals. Let's not forget that nobody wants to see a repeat of the blowout between City and Bayern last year. We already know what City can do with Bayern. That doesn't generate the hype. Arsenal, they're going to lose again. They failed to win. That they got to travel to Bavaria. This Bayern experience, blah, blah, blah. Arsenal are going to win away. They're going to get the victory. They're going to advance. They're going to win at Bavaria. And, Pep Guardiola, he's got the history at Wembley as a player, at the old Wembley, at the new Wembley, defeating Man United in all of his cup finals as Man City manager. And he may win another cup over at Wembley, this time in the biggest competition of them all, in the Champions League. Joseph Pep Guardiola. It's already kicked off. I added on the Nuggets Timberwolves game. It's already kicked off of Inter Miami Monterrey. Let's go, Messi!
Right now
Go, Messi!
Content just keeping the ball. I do think they have an advantage in the middle of the
Messi!
3v2, and you actually see Bertarami dropping a little bit deeper to mark Sergio Busquets. That's the guy they feel is the key for going from defense to attack. And Busquets recognized that. Look where he is right now. He's playing further up the bench.
Nice pass! I like the idea.
So that's what you get.
I like the idea.
Go
Miami. 2-0 into Miami. Let's go. 2-0.
Playing on the second ball as well.
Busquets just the wrong side of Messi. On it goes Arteaga for Gallardo. Quickly in, trying to find. One's going to fall back for Gallardo. Vasquez picks it up now. Miami had a chance to clear.
Is he going to shoot outside the box? He defers. Lame. He passed it straight to Miami. Miami get the ball back. Okay.
This is where Monterrey's winning goal came from. Late on in the first leg was
the only 2 goals they scored. They had the 10-man advantage. Inter Miami were down a man.
John, about the field. I think it was Aviles had an opportunity to maybe clear that, taking the extra touch. There you go. I mean, right on cue. Look how it's cutting up. Even a couple of the passes are bobbling. So it's something.
I can put the Nuggets Timberwolves game on my phone.
The fact that players either taking extra touches, being a little cautious, and especially on passes back to your goalkeeper, etc. We're 5 minutes in here, and the ground crew are on fixing a divot.
It is disappointing in whatever
Timberwolves are supposed to win.
Oftentimes in U.S. stadiums, for hosting concerts, things like that. That's a terrific new stadium just built in recent years, and hopefully the field itself doesn't cause a decisive moment in the match.
All right, 28-26. Timberwolves are up after a quarter. Again, late guys return to Minneapolis. They beat the Timberwolves in 5 games, and then the real competition against the Mavericks. I can see a comeback from 2-1 to win in 6, or a comeback from 2-0 to win 4 straight. That's kind of what I see with that series.
Chance to go. Busquets slows it up. He comes to get it. Kind of a Giordano around the outside. If he can get there, he does. First attempt to cross.
Alba stumbled. Nice hustle. Oops. Monterrey get it back. Inter Miami they are pushing into the box pretty good. They're doing a good job with that.
Along with the right, Meza and Chase. Harry was there to tackle it out for a throw.
Well, it's pretty clear early patterns here of how this game, how I expect it to play out at least, which is Monterrey trying to be compact defensively, 4-4-2. That was a challenge that Messi was, I don't know, maybe halfway going into there. Didn't really get completely crunched. It's going to be a foul and a free kick. But Monterrey want to play in transition. They want to play in the counter-attack and catch into Miami out when they're...
If Monterrey scored first, they'd be up 3-1 on aggregate. Obviously, Lino is going to watch it 31.
Second, we've seen a quick succession this time with Noah Allen, and it's going to go every time they're dragging the legs and free kick for Monterrey.
Allen a few weeks shy of his 20th birthday. He's a South Florida native. Huge opportunity for him to get...
This goalkeeper's done very well. He's had a lot of penalty shootouts.
As he continues to flirt with that number 3 goalkeeper. He's going to be whipped in.
Oh! Wow! Monterrey were close.
Miami able to scramble it away.
Oh, Messi! Messi won't cry for Ballon d'Or because I won 3 trophies. Nah, he's too good for that. He's not like Pinado. He's not like Pinado. He doesn't need the Ballon d'Or even if he wins 3 to 4 trophies. He's not shameless like Pinado. He's not shameless.
Moment there because the mountain will just get that much steeper.
Inter Miami, it's just so easy to get into Monterrey's half. What they need is good scoring chances. And that was a good one right there. A nice through ball, just a little too strong, just found its way to the keeper.
Martino talked yesterday about taking advantage of the moments when they have control. So the Miami's controlled a lot of the opening 8 minutes. And out pass way out there.
One of the big keys for Inter Miami to win this game and to win this series is going to be transition defending. They've struggled in MLS play with that so far. 16 goals scored for them, 12 against, which is the 3rd most conceded in the Eastern Conference, and that has been the problem. It's been late goals that conceded, one against Colorado at the weekend as well. So attacking-wise, you don't worry so much about that. It's going to be, can they put out the fire defensively? A big part of that, Brandon Vasquez.
Offsides! Offsides! I gotta reset the stream here. I'm gonna be right back. Gonna shut this off and I'm gonna restart it. So I kind of zoomed in. I can't get out of this. So let me restart. I'm gonna restart this.